What happens when a great power like India finds itself under enormous pressure from international forces? Imagine a game of chessboard diplomacy, where every move has far-reaching implications. Now picture India standing as a great power on this global board, its every decision scrutinized, its every move sending ripples across the world. This is the reality for India, a nation navigating complex relationships and geopolitical pressures, particularly due to its energy ties with Russia. Recently, Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov spoke out in defense of India's right to determine its national interests and choose its partners. He praised the country's independent stance amidst the international pressure over its energy cooperation with Moscow. This comes in the wake of criticism from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky over Indian Prime Minister Modi's visit to Moscow. Zelensky's remarks sparked a flurry of international attention, adding fuel to the fire of an already complicated situation. Yet Lavrov's response was firm. He condemned these remarks as insulting and highlighted India's appropriate response to the situation. In his view, India is a great power that should not be subject to unjustified pressure. But let's not forget, India is not just any player on the chessboard. It's a nation with a booming economy, a burgeoning middle class, and a growing influence on the world stage. The country's ties with Russia, particularly in the energy sector, are not just a matter of convenience, but a strategic choice, a choice made by a sovereign nation. As we delve deeper into this complex web of international relations, one thing is clear. India's position as a great power is both an asset and a burden. It's a status that comes with significant benefits, but also enormous pressure. And yet, despite this pressure, India's stance remains firm. It is a sovereign nation with the right to choose its partners and determine its own interests. India's independent stance has not gone unnoticed. The international response has been mixed, and not without controversy. The world has been watching as India navigates its complex energy ties with Russia, resulting in a volley of reactions, some supportive, others critical. The international community has been quite vocal about India's energy cooperation with Russia. Some quarters are applying immense pressure on India to reconsider its ties, but India remains undeterred. This pressure is not just from the United States, but also from other global powers who are concerned about the implications of India's energy cooperation with Russia. At the heart of this issue is Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov, who has stepped forward to defend India's right to determine its national interests and choose its partners. Lavrov has criticized the international pressure on India as unjustified, backing India's decision to maintain its energy ties with Russia. Adding to the mix is the criticism from Ukraine over Indian Prime Minister Modi's recent visit to Moscow. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has been openly critical of Modi's visit, a move that Lavrov has condemned as insulting. In response, Lavrov has highlighted India's appropriate reaction to the situation, emphasizing that India has the right to defend its national interests independently. Lavrov's defense of India's actions is significant. It underscores Russia's support for India's independent stance, even as it faces mounting pressure from the international community. But more than just defending India's actions, Lavrov's comments also serve as a critique of the international community's response, calling out the pressure on India as unjustified. Despite the mounting criticism and pressure, India continues to hold its ground, advocating for diplomatic resolution and the right to defend its national interests independently. India's stance in the face of such international pressure is a testament to its resolve and determination, proving that it is indeed a great power capable of holding its own on the global stage. In the face of enormous pressure, how will India, a great power, navigate its path forward? This is the question that is echoing in the halls of international diplomacy. India's future hangs in the balance as it finds itself in the eye of a geopolitical storm. Its energy ties with Russia, a contentious point for many, have put it under intense scrutiny. With mounting pressure from various quarters, it's crucial for India to strategize its diplomatic moves carefully. The potential implications are far-reaching, affecting not just its energy sector, but its overall position on the global stage. India's diplomatic strategies have always been marked by a delicate balance of interests. Its relationship with Russia, a long-standing partner, is a testament to this. However, the current international climate demands a careful reassessment. It will need to navigate the fine line between maintaining its energy ties with Russia and appeasing the growing international disapproval. This challenge may seem monumental, but it is not insurmountable for a country known for its diplomatic prowess. The potential fallout from this situation could impact India's position as a great power. However, India has shown time and again its commitment to its principles and its determination to defend its national interests. Despite the pressure, India has not shied away from standing its ground. It has not condemned Russia's actions, advocating instead for a diplomatic resolution to the conflict. This stance may not sit well with some, but it reflects India's steadfast commitment to its principles. Its decision to prioritize its national interests over international pressure highlights its resolve to uphold its sovereignty. It is a clear signal to the world that India, as a great power, will not be swayed by external influences. The road ahead for India is fraught with challenges. It will need to tread carefully, balancing its interests and maintaining its relationships. But if history is any indication, India has the resilience and diplomatic acumen to weather this storm. As India continues to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape, it remains to be seen how this great power will manage the pressure and uphold its national interests. As we delve deeper into this geopolitical conundrum, let's consider India's position akin to a chessboard. Each move demands strategic foresight, and every decision could potentially shift the balance of power. In this high-stakes game of diplomacy, India is not just a player, but a formidable one at that. India's ties with Russia, while crucial for its energy sector, are not its only international alliances. It has strong relationships with many other nations, including the United States and countries within the European Union. These relationships, while currently strained due to the geopolitical climate, are not beyond repair. As a diplomatic powerhouse, India has the potential to leverage these relationships to mitigate the fallout from its energy alliance with Russia. However, this chessboard is not without its pitfalls. The potential backlash from the international community is a real threat. The question here is not whether India can manage this pressure, but how it plans to do so. Will it bend under the weight of international disapproval, or will it stand firm in its resolve to protect its national interests? The answer to this question could redefine India's standing as a global power. Through all the geopolitical tumult, India's commitment to its principles has remained steadfast. This commitment, coupled with its diplomatic acumen, could be its trump card in this high-stakes game of diplomacy. Will it be enough to navigate the complex terrain of international politics? Only time will tell. The chessboard is set, the pieces are moving, and India, as a great power, is in the thick of it. Its next moves will not only determine its future, but could potentially reshape the global geopolitical landscape. As we continue to monitor this situation, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments and provide the insights you need to stay informed. Thank you for watching our video on India's geopolitical pressures. Please subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.